Here at Lens Crackers, we can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Our trained technicians use only the best equipment to crack your fine quality eyewear. So remember, Lens Crackers, we can crack them in less than an hour.
Yes, we can crack them in less than an hour. Well, Lens Crackers can. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. And here we are again, friends. Why, it's Wednesday, you might even say. And we're here again. Why? Because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, let's cruise on over to a cozy little spot that we've carved out on the intro web called Chatlandia. That's what they call it. That's what we call it. And look who's here. Why, it's Catherine Weiss. That's Weiss123. She's one of our Ultramods. She says, "Hi, Aaron." And I said, "Hi, Kathy." And Kathy says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight." Then I said, "Okay." Isn't that nice? We have enough Ultramods to be on both platforms here. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy." Of course, she's talking about Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultramods. And then Kathy says over on YouTube, "Hi, Aaron." So we're on YouTube and Rumble tonight. As always, since I got my YouTube channel back. And let's see. I said, "Hi, Kathy," again. And then look at this. It's Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultramods, and she says, "Hi at Aaron, hi at Weiss123 Kathy. See you on Rumble, or at least me, LOL." Awesome. And then I said, "Hi, Peggy," over on YouTube. Then Catherine says, "Hi, Peggy," on YouTube. Then Cap78 Pack says, "Hello at Aaron at Weiss123 Kathy." Now she's back. Now she's on Rumble. And I said, "Hi, Peggy." And look who's here. It's our longtime friend, Skylark74. "Greetings, fellow Truth Questers," he says. Oh, and look at this. Chronaviewer. "Hi, Aaron." And I got to go over there and say hi to these folks. Hi, Skylark74. And hi, Chronaviewer. I saw Chronaviewer in the chat in a different show earlier today. So it's good to see folks out and about on the intronet. Like you might even say intronet. All right. Where was I? Oh, and look who else just popped in. Why, it's James Rohrback. Hello, all as early as can be. Hello, all as early as can be. Well, hello, buddy. And then Kathy says, "Greetings, Skylark74 and Chronaviewer." Oh, that was Cap78 Pack Peggy Dancer. And Kathy says, "Hi, James Alex Rohrback." And then Chronaviewer says, "Hi, Weiss123 and Skylark74 and Cap78 Pack." And James Rohrback, "Hi, Peggy and Catherine and Aaron." 3 of them. And then Skylark says, "Hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Chronaviewer." And Kathy says, "Hi, Skylark74. And then I said, "Hi, Skylark74. Hi, Chronaviewer." Exclamation points. My keyboard miraculously is still working. And Kathy says, hi, Chroniviewer. And then Skylark74 says, hello, James Alex Rohrbach. And look who else is here. It's our other good friend, Jay Buying. Howdy, y'all. And Peggy Dancer says, hi, James Alex Rohrbach on YouTube. And James says, smiley face. Well, there you go. I think we're all caught up for now. And well, let me get this off the screen. I'm wearing my new shirt, and maybe you can't see. It's kind of a dark mauve. It's got like ribs. It's a really nice shirt. I just got it yesterday, and I was showing it to my daughter, and she says, oh, what's the brand? 7 Diamonds is the brand of this shirt. So I'd never heard of it before. She looked it up on her phone, and a shirt like this would go for $99, right around $99. And I got it for $2 at Clothe My People. It's where people they donate clothes, and you can buy them very reasonably. $2 for a $99 shirt. So there are ways to save money. Just got to search for the bargains. And it's just it feels good. A very nice shirt. So I'm very happy to have it. And Skylark says, Chroniviewer is also known as Looking Glass technology. Looks comfortable. It is. It's kind of stretchy. It's kind of tight, but it's kind of stretchy too. So it's the only thing I don't like about it is made in China. Now, if I were to buy it new, I wouldn't probably buy it. But since it was used, I can't help where they bought it. So I like to buy American-made stuff. Oh, and Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, nice threads there, Aaron. And what a deal on your nice shirt. I got a new pair of pants on too. You can't see that here, but they were only $2 as well. So, and if they don't have a changing room there, so usually if I bring something home and it doesn't fit, I'll just go in and return it and donate it back to them. And all as well. But the lady there, they're always so nice there. They're nice. A mauve, I can hear iPod using that in a bit. Well, I think it's like maroon, like dark maroon. It looks very black, but I don't know if you can see it. But it's got like a cast of reddish. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And Skylark74 says, I read about that time travel secret tech about 2018 or 2019. I don't have the source handy now. Well, Andy talks about the chronovisor. We come from the future, says Chronoviewer. Skylark74. I remember the illustration resembled a Stargate from the Stargate SGI TV show. Okay. Well, all right then. Well, here we are again, and we're all through that. So let's go on over to... Where are we going? Oh, yeah. The Book of Faces. And I'm going to try and get through as much of the show as I can without my glasses on, because you know what? If I wear my glasses all the time, my eyes will just get worse. So I think it's good to not wear your glasses all the time to kind of like work the muscles or the eye, whatever it is. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing there. Okay, let's go over to the Book of Faces, or might even call it the Land of Zuckers. And there it is. And that's my little front page there. War is dead. Fear is fading. Peace is here. Thanks to Donald J. Trump. Oh, yeah. I've had that on there for a long time. A long time indeed. And here's our show on YouTube. And there it is on Rumble. And it should be the same. I mean, I do get like copyright hits on the YouTube side, and I might have to edit some of that out once I get editing materials or what you call it. So there it is. This is a couple of UFOs allegedly picked up from the orbiting space station, but you never know. I don't know. I cannot vouch for these. No vouchers given. Oh, here's a Calvin and Hobbes. This is a good one. I'm not eating this green stuff. Yuck. And his dad's looking at him. He whispers to him, "Good idea, Calvin. It's a plate of toxic waste that will turn you into a mutant if you eat it." Nom, 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 nom. He devours it. And she says, "There has got to be a better way to get him to eat." And Calvin says, "Ah, I can feel it working. Yes, it's working. He's turning into a mutant." And I know this is a fake image, but yeah, it's boomeranged, hasn't it? Yeah. Hakeem Jeffries asked, had Epstein over for dinner and asked him for money for his campaign, like 2014. Imagine that. And he was asked that point blank, and he just starts talking about something else, about how the Republicans are lying and they've always wanted to release this stuff. Whatever. He's such a liar. Dollar store Obama. Yeah, this is good. Oh, remember this meme? "We're a bit concerned about your constant yelling at a white cat." These two girls are scolding this chick here. What does she say? "But he talks. Say something, Smudge." Meow. Yeah. Don't you love it? Deb Windsor D'Angelo, Facebook Conservatives, puts this out on Facebook. From C3, Jeffrey Epstein visited Clinton White House 17 times. Trump White House, 0. Judges that blocked the Trump DOJ from releasing Epstein grand jury docs. Richard Berman, appointed by Clinton. Paul Engelmeyer, appointed by Obama. And Robin Rosenberg, appointed by Obama. Imagine that. So it's the Democrats, because they are the ones on the list. 9 out of 10, or maybe 9.5 out of 10. Oh, did you hear this? ICE rolled into Charlotte, North Carolina, 3 days ago, and suddenly the roads are wide open and 28,000 public school seats just magically freed up. Oh, that's a good deal. That's a good idea. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, you know, I used to chew gum all the time. I have not chewed gum in a long time. And I'm really glad I don't after watching this. You might stop chewing too. Maybe you could make gum yourself at home. Well, this guy shows you how. What's in gum? Let's find out.
Let's make your favorite chewing gums at home. Most popular chewing gum today is made from plastic. The same type of synthetic rubber you find in tires, industrial adhesives, and sealants. We're gonna isolate the exact compound from this old tire, shred it, dissolve in industrial solvent, then react and precipitate it with sulfuric acid to get pure polyisobutylene pellet. Now, to make it nice and chewy, we're gonna need some engine lubricant. We're gonna run it through hexane and toluene solvent, then rapidly chill to create petroleum paraffin wax. Mix it with our are polyisobutylene, and resin plasticizers like glycerol ester of rosin. And when you see gum base on your chewing gum label, this is basically what it is. Now, for our other ingredients, artificial sweetener, glycerol, lecithin, natural and artificial flavor, titanium dioxide to make it extra bright, even though it's banned in the EU. We're only going to use a tiny bit, so it should be fine. And talc, it might not even be on the label because it can be a processing aid, so just for good measure, we're gonna add, mix, shape them. And if you want the minty look, don't forget to add your favorite petroleum-derived food dye. Send this to your friends who are addicted to gum and let me know, would you chew this crap? Let's make your favorite chewing gums at home. Most popular chewing.
Isn't that just sick? Yeah. I seem to remember when I was a kid, we had they had at the penny candy store, they had Grimm's stores, a neighborhood store out on the island in Mound, Minnesota, and we bought these wax, like little wax bottles of flavored water, I guess, like Kool-Aid or something, and you'd chew them, and you chew the wax like you would chew gum, but at least you know what wax is. Right? Isn't that disgusting? What's in gum? Uh-oh. I have a feeling DJ or MTG is still working with DJT. I think so too. I think she'll be a VP pick. Yeah. That's my opinion. If you are pro-vaccine, then you are anti-science because science demands placebo safety trials. Del Bigtree. Where the double-blinded randomized placebo safety trials, folks, where are they? Try to find them in vaccine land, and you are still wanting to subject your child to dark age medicine in violation of Nuremberg Code? Science is gaslit. Thanks, Scott, for putting that out there. Oh, here's a... If Mud Rabbit's watching, she's going to love this. It's a Larson cartoon. If you look in the distance, looks like 3 nuclear bombs just went off very close to where these guys are fishing. And what does this guy say? I'll tell you what this means, Norm. I'll tell you what this means, Norm. No size restrictions and screw the limit. They're going to catch as many radioactive fish as they want. They're easier to find now, too, because they're glowing. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Here is President Trump welcoming the Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, you might even say. And just the prestige and the grandeur. No one does it better than Trump. Incredible. This is awesome. Isn't that just wonderful? And the Marine band playing in the background, just so elegant. Oh, you're going to learn something today, folks. Here's your lesson today, delivered by the Three Stooges. Listen up, because you might learn something here. It's actually pretty cool. Wasn't that good? And Kathy shares this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up because it helps the algo rhythm and the algo beat and the algo melody. It surely does. Thank you, Kathy. And Skylark says, this scene highlights how talented the Stooges really were. They weren't slapping each other. Yes. Actually, Mo was very, very intelligent. Very intelligent indeed. Oh, and Jacob Waters, welcome to the program, Jacob Waters. He's over there on YouTube. And don't forget to leave a like on the vertical live if you get a chance. Yes, it helps the algorithm if you're over here on the horizontal live. Yes, and the algo beat. Don't forget about that. And Cap78 Pack Peggy Answer says, anyone can learn from Three Stooges. At least that's what I was taught. LOL. Yes, they're great. Very entertaining. And did you hear about this? Oh, it's so disgraceful. A bunch of D's, Democrats, got together and they put out a video where they're encouraging, they're telling people in the Secret Service, or in the like 3-letter agencies and the military, to not take the orders or to act on the orders of President Trump. That is treason right there. They are trying to create some kind of insurrection. I think they should be charged, don't you? Outrageous. 6 congressional Democrats call for soft coup, demand members of the military to commit treason and defy orders from President Trump. These people are stupid. They are so incredibly stupid. There's just, I don't think they can be re-educated. They're loony. They are loony. You are the worst.
President Trump is a comedian. He's firing off jokes like a freaking machine gun. It's every time he's in front of a camera. And it started over the weekend. He was getting off of Air Force One and he told a Bloomberg reporter that they are the worst.
Tell him. Will you let me finish my sentence? You are the worst. You're with Bloomberg, right? You are the worst. I don't know why they even have you.
The identity of that specific reporter is unconfirmed. And President Trump lashed out at another Bloomberg reporter. Not sure if this is the same one or a different one, but this time he went for the jugular. Watch this. Is there something incriminating in the file? Quiet Piggy? I need to know what this woman looks like now.
Now, it wasn't Piggy. He said Peggy. So it's been misquoted. He said Peggy, and that is the Bloomberg journalist's name, or that's what they call her, Peggy. So he didn't call her Piggy, he called her Peggy. There's all kinds of outrage about this Peggy thing, but it was Peggy, not Piggy. It sounded like Piggy, but it wasn't.
I would absolutely never recover from the President of the United States saying quiet Piggy. I would never recover. He is known for these savage burns, and he just comes up with them off the top of his head. It's a skill. But he will also yell at anyone who is being stupid, as he claims in this next clip. Watch this.
Your voice doesn't roll up. There's no environment. I feel great. I was shouting at people because they were stupid about something having to do with trade in a country, and I straightened it out. But I blew my stack at these people.
You know, even in a room full of liberal journalists who probably hate this guy, he makes them laugh. They have to admit that he's funny, and he's got to be the most entertaining president they've ever covered in their lives.
Yeah, definitely. She's pretty good. First time I've ever seen her. But that's probably worth a follow there. I just want the same deportation policy as Martha's Vineyard. Yes, don't we all? We sure do. Oh, and look at this. Good landing, Pete. Outstanding, man. Beautiful. This is Apollo 12. So Alan Bean congratulated Apollo 12 Commander Pete Conrad after his pinpoint landing on the moon's surface in the ocean of storms. Conrad had landed just 535 feet, 163 meters, from the Surveyor 3 probe on their planned one of their planned destinations on their moonwalk the following day. Yeah, they went and gathered information from that other lander that landed there. That's pretty incredible that they got that close. They were actually able to get to it. That's fantastic. Oh, remember the pet rock? Oh, I remember the pet rock. And the first thing that came to my mind was, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? And Lucid Heart Revolution is here. And Kathy says hi to her. And Jacob Waters says hi. And the pet rock. And, you know, I always thought, oh, he just went in the earth and just found these rocks. No, it was simpler than that. He went to a hardware store where you can buy, you know, stones for doing landscaping with, and they were all uniform size. So he didn't have to hunt them down or clean them or anything. He just bought them at the hardware store. And wow, what a great idea. I just think that's a great idea. But he got sued because someone thought it was really alive. Couldn't understand what a gag gift was, I guess. And look at this. Why, it's snowing in Hawaii right now. Before Denver has our first snow, Hawaii's getting it. So go skiing in Hawaii. Oh, and look at this cool model race road racing is hidden underneath the fiberglass body of a race car. So when it's down, it looks like a race car. You lift it up, you're AFXing, or you know, you are road racing there. That's pretty cool. Gasoline Soul. Isabella Maria DeLuca put this out. Lucky Charms is linked to adrenal tumors in rats. Oreos are linked to concerns that could cause kidney tumors and damage nerve cells. Flamin' Hot Cheetos can cause DNA mutations in white blood cells. That doesn't sound good. Gatorade is linked to cancer and hyperactivity. What the HE double toothpicks is the point of the FDA if everything they approve is a literal poison? Good question. Ash Liberty. Here's where he says that. Peggy. Let's do it again.
Sir, if there's nothing incriminating in the file, sir,
It does sound like Piggy, but I guess it's Peggy. Truth and Power put this out. Hillary's former aide, Huma Abedin, is connected to the Muslim Brotherhood and is married to Alex Soros. Yes. See how she's leaning into Bill and Hillary? She was, sexually abused by these two, mostly her. And she wrote about it in one of her emails. It's disgusting. In 2021, Bill Gates is asked what lesson he learned after it came out that he had spent time with Epstein. You want to hear what a guilty person sounds like? This guy cannot act. And you can tell that he's really pissed that he's getting asked this question on PBS, no less.
I also want to ask you about something else in the public arena. It was reported at that time that you had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, who, when you met him 10 years ago, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution from minors. What did you know about him when you were meeting with him, as you've said yourself, in the hopes of raising money?
I had dinners with him. I regret doing that. He had relationships with people he said, would give to global health, which is a interest I have. Not nearly enough philanthropy goes in that direction. Those meetings were a mistake. They didn't result in what he purported, and I cut them off. That goes back a long time ago now. So there's nothing new on that.
It was reported that you continue to meet with him over several years, and that, in other words, a number of meetings. What did you do when you found out about his background?
Well, I've said I regretted having those dinners, and there's absolutely nothing new on that.
Is there a lesson for you for Anyone else looking at this?
Well, he's dead. So, in general, you always have to be careful.
What a guilty SOB. Man, get that guy, lock him up. Lock that guy up. He's just a disgusting person. Oh, okay. Oh, two dinosaurs looking at the clouds. Is that a cloud? That one looks like a giant asteroid. I think it probably is. They're just both smiling. He's smiling over. Oh, it's casting a shadow on him and everything. They're in a bad spot right there. How would you hear about this? Toyota's CEO, actually, I guess he's not the CEO, goes full MAGA at NASCAR event as car maker unveils $912 million investment in the U.S. manufacturing. And the libs are just losing it. They all want to sell their Toyotas now. So funny. They're so, yeah. 13,200 pedophile arrests since Trump took office. This is from 2018. So this is from a 7-year memory from 7 years ago. 13,200 pedophile arrests since Trump took office. More than the Obama and Bush administrations combined. This is why they hated him. This is why they hate him, because they're all pedophiles, the left. Not all of them, but a lot of them. More than should be. There shouldn't be any. Breaking: Texas has just banned the Council on American Islamic Relations from purchasing any land in the state. Yeah, otherwise known as CARE. Yeah, they only care about one thing: taking over our country, and they're not going to do it. Not if Jake Lang has anything to say about it, which he does. Golden Age. Since President Trump took office, companies have invested trillions of dollars into their U.S.-based operations, onshoring and creating hundreds of thousands of new jobs for Americans. Isn't that nice? Oh, look, I finally got my PhD. I got my PhD. Post-hole digger. PhD. Post-hole digger. So that's what that meant all these years. Why I could have had one at any moment. It's a lot cheaper than going to college. That's for sure. Got my PhD. Don't you just love it? Skylark has a good question. What automobile would be politically correct? None. For the left. They got too many. Yeah, the lesson. He's dead. Yeah, Lucid Heart. She's laughing too. Yep. Got my PhD, baby. That's it. President Trump, not a Republican, not a Democrat, not even a politician, just a common sense American patriot. He's a pragmatic lion who cannot be bought, has nothing to sell but Americanism, and cannot be influenced by lobbyists or politics. He's my president, and I couldn't be any prouder of him. Why, you took the words right out of my mouth. This is from Andriy Izbek. That doesn't sound American. Just in, stunning scene at the White House tonight as President Trump hosts a powerhouse dinner with Melania, Castillo, Ronaldo, J.D. Vance, Apple CEO Tim Cook, and yes, Elon Musk in the room too. A lineup like this doesn't happen anywhere else. 47 knows how to host with real class. He sure does. He's like so classy. And there's MBS there. This is for him. Now, you wanted to have a much bigger dinner, but, we don't have the ballroom yet. But we will. Oh, this is great. He stops and talks quite a while about the auto pen picture in the Hall of Presidents there. President Walk of Fame. He does that for everybody that comes there. That's so funny. Bill and Hillary Clinton are flat out refusing to sit for their House oversight depositions on Jeffrey Epstein. And suddenly, every Democrat on the committee has gone silent. But they're going to arrest him. I think Comer put that out. They're going to be arrested. Here's a 1971 Hot Wheels classic TV commercial, just a few years after it was introduced in 68. So this is 71, and it's a great commercial. It just shows you the excitement that kids had for Hot Wheels. And I remember it. They were so much cooler than Matchbox. Here it is.
What's your favorite Hot Wheels?
Pieces, bomb, red baron, beach ball, grasshopper, the demon, plastic cord, caribou, mayonnaise, sand crab, peeping bomb, power pad, tri-baby, beach bomb, evil weevil, mantis, red baron, caribou, swinging wing, tri-baby, cockney cab, classic cord, the frog, sand crab, the demon, swinging wing, grasshopper, evil weevil, power pad.
Now there are 73 Hot Wheels, and here are 4 of the latest. Get that frog out of there. The Jet Threat, the Hood, the Noodle Head, and the Bug Eye. Hot Wheels from Mattel. All cars sold separately.
Too cool for school. So cool. So much excitement. Oh, this is great. I love these AI videos. Here's Trump. Looks like he's at McDonald's again. Check this out.
Hey, New Scum. How can I help you?
I ordered a Big Mac, but you gave me a hot dog.
Sorry, I thought you liked wieners.
I need to speak to your manager right now. Yeah, they think I like wieners here.
Hey, New Scum.
Hi, New Scum. Same as the old scum. Oh, this is interesting. You might not know this. Conway Twitty in outer space. Did you ever hear about this? I never heard this. This is interesting.
One of the wildest stories in country music involves Conway Twitty, Russia, and outer space. In the summer of 1975, NASA was planning a pretty interesting mission. 2 crews, 1 American and 1 Soviet, would dock in outer space. They would shake hands and exchange gifts. The astronaut for this mission was Oklahoma native Thomas Stafford. Thomas thought, what better gift to give the Russians than some good old Conway Twitty? But he wanted them to understand it. So Thomas reached out to Conway and asked for a favor. He told Conway about the mission and asked if he could re-record Hello Darling in Russian. At first, Conway thought it was a joke, but when he realized Thomas was serious, Conway got to work. He got some help from a professor at Oklahoma University, and the professor translated the song into Russian and helped Conway pronounce the words. Thomas took it into space and played it for the Russians, and it was live broadcasted on televisions around the world. Y'all give the Russian version a listen and let me know what y'all think in the comments of your favorite Conway Twitty song. Don't forget to hit the like and the follow. I appreciate y'all.
Привет, радость, что за встреча? Как время летит, ты так чудесна, как была всегда.
One of the wildest stories in country music involves...
Isn't that interesting? He went and re-recorded it in Russian for that astronaut. That's really amazing. Wow. That's going above and beyond. Sleepy, creepy, crooked Joe, the pedo himself. She was 12, I was 30. He said that in public. And his daughter corrects him. No, Dad, I was 11. You were 50. Isn't that disgusting? And Wolfie writes, Chomo Joe, the real pedo. Yes. And I said, yes. So sick. Leave it to Beaver. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but this is really, really cool. So cool. So funny. Well, it's I don't want to spoil it, but his dad finally does get around to talking to Wally, and it turns out he just lent her the sweater because she was cold, and she made up the whole story. He was really upset about it. That's really good entertainment right there. It's funny, it's wholesome, it's pretty cool. Holy smokes, Trump just put Mexico on notice. Oh, good. Yes, we all know this. We know every route, every cartel boss, every front door. Would I strike inside Mexico to stop the drugs? It's okay with me. I'd be proud to do it. We'd save millions of lives. I've been talking to Mexico. I'm not happy with them. Cartels and crooked officials just got their warning. You better start digging some kind of hideout or something. Right? A friend said she did not understand cloning. I told her that makes two of us. Get it? Dad jokes. Imagine that. Dad jokes. Put a dad joke out. Didn't you like it? Breaking. White House has just released a new photo of President Trump at the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, flanked by his entire cabinet. The greatest cabinet in modern history. And it's not even close. Yeah. Badlands Media did a live, the whole Crown Prince MBS coming to the White House. Deep thought of the day. When you clean out a vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner. From puns. Oh, don't you love puns? Yes. Wholesome and innocent. Yes. I think he's talking about Leave It to Beaver. They're pretty good. Oh, the pardon was immediately overturned by a federal judge in Chicago. President Trump pardons Turkey. Of course, that's just a joke. I don't think that really happened. Maybe it did. I wouldn't put it past him. Oh, did you hear about this? Be careful what you wish for. Ex-Harvard President, Clinton Treasury Larry Summers, deeply ashamed of Epstein relationship, will step back from public life. Yeah, it's disgraceful. Oh, here's a 5-year memory. It's the eyebrow queen. Look at that. If you're going to draw on your eyebrows, do it like the eyebrow queen. Yes, keep them natural looking, just like the eyebrow queen. Look at that, how natural that looks. Don't you love it? Well, you'd never guess that they weren't real, would you? I might know. I just might know. And there's our last show, The Happy Little Sun. That's a happy little sun there, isn't it? Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, we're back here. And, well, I guess we're going to go over to, where are we going to go to? X. X marks the spot for news. Oh, yeah. Oh, here's the button. Is that the right button? Yep, that is the right button. And here we are over magically through the magic of the intranet. We're over here on X. How do you like that? I always marvel at the intranet. Here's Donald Trump reposted this. The auto pen flanked by two Trumps. Biden. Auto pen. He is the funniest. Oh, ice cream cone, anyone? Look at this, how they're made. It's pretty disturbing. Bare hands. On the floor. The guy's got bare feet. Bare hands. Wow. Yeah. Maybe You know what? Made in America, it means so many good things. Made in a foreign country means a lot of bad things, usually. Isn't that disgusting? Thanks, Lucy. Oh, oh, thank goodness the government is open, because now NASA released this. NASA's best image of 3-eye atlas from the live stream. Look at that. Pathetic. Pathetic. Don't you think? Oh, it's just, you know what? I got some, I took that image and I did some stuff to it. So we're going to take a look at that. Okay. We're going to go off of X briefly. And so here it is. I just increased the contrast and got it down to that. And then I did it again. I took a screenshot of that image and reduced it down again. And that's what it looks like. At least that's what my rudimentary tools are showing me. So it doesn't look too much like a spaceship, does it? No. It's just a chunk of something. Who knows, right? It doesn't look like, I don't know. Isn't that interesting? So that's just, and let's see. Here it is. Well, let's see what we can do to this. We'll get the tools, adjust color. Oh, yeah. So this, let's get fuzzy like that. So that's pretty much it, I think. Either that or that. But yeah. A little nugget. Space nugget. 3-eye atlas. So there it is in all of its non-glory. All this Abbey Loeb. You know, every time I see that guy Abbey Loeb, he's got that stupid grin on his face. I don't know. I don't think very highly of that guy. He seems kind of loopy, if you know what I mean. Kind of loopy. Kind of loopy. Doesn't look right in the head to me. Abbey Loeb. Earlobe, you might even say. All right, well, let's go back over to X, because that's where we were. That is where we were. With that lame picture that they didn't even do anything to the images, put it out like that. Clinton's arrested soon?
Excuse me, that you asked to voluntarily cooperate. They didn't schedule their interviews. Now there's a subpoena. But Bill and Hillary Clinton, if they continue to duck you, will you take them to court? Will you try to enforce a subpoena? Will you go the Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro route?
100%. We're going to go that route. We expect to hear from Bill and Hillary Clinton. Look, Donald Trump's answered questions for years about Jeffrey Epstein. Every day he gets asked questions about Epstein, and he answers them in front of the American people. We've subpoenaed Republicans and Democrats. 2 Republicans have come forward, Bill Barr and Alex Acosta. They did interviews and deposition, and those were tough, but they did them. They didn't back down. Other Democrats have sent letters that saying they knew nothing about Epstein, which would hold in court if something ever comes out that they did know something, then they've committed perjury there. But the Clintons have never responded. They're the one group in this investigation that's never had to answer questions in front of a credible reporter, and they've never certainly answered questions from attorneys or members of Congress. So we expect the Clintons to come in, or I expect the Clintons to be met with the same fate that Bannon and Navarro were met with when the Democrats were in control.
It looks like James is going to bed. Good night, buddy. Kathy says good night. James? And let's see, what's this? Oh, Jake Lang. He was one of the J6ers. He spent a lot of time in solitary confinement. And now he's got a new mission, and he's in Dearborn, Michigan. That's the birthplace of Ford. And the Muslims are taking over, and he's got something to say about it.
I believe they're going to cancel the 6:30 City Hall meeting because everybody's chimping the fuck out. They're chimping the fuck out. I don't have bananas. Chill out. I don't have bananas. This is not America. This is an insurgency. They are taking over our country. They're taking over our country. They want us all dead. Let's go.
Wow, what's happening right now? People are pushing. Whoa. This is Dearborn, Michigan right now.
Yes, this is Dearborn, Michigan. Any races is not welcome. No races here. If you can't be peaceful, but every race is welcome. If you're a racist, you're not welcome.
At all. We do not.
Every race is welcome. 1, 2, 3. Our president is a pedophile.
I believe they're going to cancel the 6:30 City Hall meeting because everybody's chimping the fuck out. They're chimping the fuck out.
Yeah. Jake Lang doing the good work there. Oh, and did you hear about this? 14-year-old's response to Megyn Kelly's Epstein comments just shook the internet because she was minimizing, said, oh, these girls are 16. And so this girl spells it out very nicely.
Hey, Megyn Kelly. I'm Eloise, and I'm 14 years old. I wasn't even going to say anything because the topic is an adult one. My mom even made a video about it yesterday because we didn't feel it was an appropriate topic for a child to speak about. But after hearing you go on camera and explain that Epstein wasn't into 8-year-olds, just the barely legal type like 15, I realized you might need an actual reality check from a literal child. So let me help you out. Megan, people in my grade are turning 15 right now. Some of us still have baby faces. Some of us still have braces. Some of us still call our parents when we're scared at night. Some of us still look like middle schoolers because we basically are. And the fact that a grown woman needs a teenager to explain that is honestly terrifying. Here's the part you seem confused about. Under federal law, anyone under 18 is a child. No asterisk. No, but they hit puberty. No, older kids don't count. Anyone under 18 is a child. You said you were just giving facts, but here's the real fact. What you said wasn't factual. It was minimizing. It was making abuse sound like a technicality. And Megan, here's the part you really need to hear. If a 14-year-old has to get on the internet and explain to a grown adult with national platform that children are children and there's no age where abuse suddenly becomes less bad, then the problem isn't confusion, it's corruption. Because kids my age aren't supposed to be the ones correcting you. We're not supposed to be the moral compass in a room full of adults who should have known better. But here we are. If my voice makes you uncomfortable, good, it should. Because the minute adults start defending predators by debating the age of a child, you're not protecting the truth. You're protecting the predator. And you shouldn't need a freshman to tell you that.
That's very well said. I'm glad that she did that. Yes, up to 18, child. Here she is, Peggy Collins. Quiet Piggy would be epic, but unfortunately, Trump said quiet Peggy. Margaret Collins, known as Peggy, is the Washington Bureau Chief and Executive Editor, U.S. Economy and Government Coverage for the Bloomberg News. Yeah, Bloomberg, worthless cat turd. So the biggest backfire in history has begun. Breaking, newly released campaign finance records show that from 1990 to 2018, Jeffrey Epstein directed about 89% of his political donations to Democratic and progressive causes with notable individuals. Oh yeah, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries. Did Trump call a reporter Peggy or Piggy or Peggy? And Grok says it was Piggy, referred to Bloomberg as Peggy Collins by name. Audio from the exchange clearly supports this over the distorted Piggy spin pushed by outlets eager to paint Trump as crude. Media bias often amplifies ambiguities to smear. Listen closely, Grok says. Yes. And here it is. And this is Is this Jake Lang again, or is this someone else in Dearborn? Another guy. Check this out. Another journalist.
I'm a journalist. I'm not a protester. This is my badge. Okay. Today on the streets of Dearborn, I was pepper sprayed, maced by protesters because I asked them simply why they were harassing and touching another individual who had stated repeatedly that he was only on their side of the street to talk to them and have a dialogue. My phone was smashed. You can see the broken camera right there. They stole $50 out of my pocket and they stole my microphone receiver. I went and I told one of your officers, badge number 3668, that this had happened. He told me there was nothing that could be done about it unless I went to the station. I told him, I can't go to the station. I'm working. I'm doing my job. He said, I'm working too. I said, yeah, your job is to protect me and all of the people that are out here today. Okay. So we said that I could go into the station later. I told him, you're never going to catch the guy if I go into the station later. He's going to leave. He's dressed head to toe in black bloc. I filmed the whole thing, but he had a mask on his face. You'll never, ever get an opportunity to arrest that person ever again if you don't go and get him right now. He said, sir, I can't leave my post. 5 minutes later, I caught him in the parking lot on a personal phone call. Okay. Repeatedly today, I watched people that are in this room get attacked by other people that are in this room. I watched your officers not respond to those attacks repeatedly. Then I saw somebody who was in this group, which I'm a journalist. I'm just documenting what's going on and I'm here to tell you what's going on. I saw somebody in this group get arrested. I asked the officers, habeas corpus, please articulate probable cause for arresting this person. They refused to. I asked name and badge number. They refused to give me their name and badge number as a member of the press with my badge clearly displayed. They would not tell me why they were arresting this person. They just did it. Okay. Yesterday, I was exploring Dearborn. I came here just to document this from Seattle as a journalist. Okay. I was exploring Dearborn. I walked up and down Michigan Avenue. There wasn't very many people out. Then we wanted to hear the call to prayer that we've heard so much about. So we went to a mosque. And at that mosque, I was followed by a drone. If I moved forward, the drone moved forward. If I went backwards, the drone went backwards. I went to a gas station, and that drone waited outside of the gas station, just above the door, for me to leave so it could begin following me again. I was followed by vehicles, and I was followed by individuals on foot. There was a lot of talk in here today about sexism. So I'd like to quote the Prophet Muhammad, okay? One of my favorite quotes from the Prophet Muhammad. A woman's testimony is worth half that of a man's due to the deficiency of her mind. God created two sexes, one superior and one inferior. That's why your women wear hijabs, because they're inferior to men. That's why in most Muslim countries, they can't leave their homes without permission of a male guardian. Is my time up?
You have 30 seconds. You had 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
okay, great.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I shouldn't feel like a dhimmi in my country. That's what I feel like in Dearborn, Michigan. It doesn't feel like home. I feel like a dhimmi, a second-class citizen, which is what Christians are in the majority of Muslim countries. Dhimmis, second-class citizens. And the policing in this city, that's exactly what happens. And I know rank-and-file officers in pretty much every city usually want to take care of these problems. You're the one giving the orders, Mr. Mayor. These guys definitely want to do something about them. They're business. Look at them. These guys are all business. Your orders. I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here's Jake Lang saying, similar
It was 30% white. Fast forward 125 years, we are down to 7%. The Islamification of Europe is particularly aimed at the destruction of white people. The Islamification of America is aiming to meet the same goal. Our people, white Christian, European, Western civilization, we built the arts. We built the Colosseum. We have ran the world into the industrial age. And now, this people here, the Muslim community, is looking to drag us back. They're looking to oppress women, oppress homosexuals. They're looking to destroy everything that makes America great. President Trump, send ICE. Send ICE into Dearborn.
Yes, send ICE to Dearborn and clear them out. All their visas are up anyway. The Plaskett censure failed because House leadership exchanged that censure failure for a withdrawal of a vote to censure and refer Corey Mills to the House ethics investigation. The swamp protects itself. So disgusting.
Gentlelady cutting back-end deals to cover up public corruption in the House of Representatives from both Republican and Democrat members of Congress.
Gentlelady has not stated a proper parliamentary inquiry.
Thank you very much, but I think the American people know what happened tonight.
Yep, we do. Corruption. the swamp. You hear about this? Katy, Texas, a Little League baseball coach shot by 3 Muslims because he wanted to pray to God before the game. Muslims are destroying this country little at a time. Yes, disgusting.
And they all decided that because this guy was exercising his right in the United States of America to pray before a baseball game, they decided to do target practice. Thankfully, he lived, he was airlifted, and he's breaking news, guys. These 3 guys were charged with shooting.
Isn't that just sick? Just sick. Here's Tim Burchett. He's a great guy.
Hey everybody, Tim Burchett, Late Vote Series to censor delegate Stacy Plaskett. She's the one that was received a sizable contribution from Epstein, which apparently is legal. I'm not sure, but she also is the one who was texting with him during a committee hearing, getting instructions on how to better attack Trump from Epstein, sending her the text. And so she's on some pretty powerful committees, and that just tells you how corrupt this place is. But the disgusting thing about it was 4 Republicans chose not to vote. 3 Republicans voted present, and 3 Republicans voted no. So it failed. And what they did was they cut a deal. They cut a deal on an ethics vote on a Republican. And that's just wrong. If everybody ought to just stand on their own.
Mm-hmm.
We're truly, we don't care whose party these sex offenders and all this other stuff are in. We're going after them. Then we start cutting deals. To me, it's really disgusting. I get disgusted about some things, but this is one that's really, really bad. You've got some people on there who are chairmen of committees and things like that. And that's the kind of people we put in leadership. It's bogus and it stinks. And the first opportunity I get to speak to our leadership, I will give them a piece of my mind, and I doubt it will go anywhere. But they're the most sewer-dwelling people, some of these folks, not all of them, but some of them are. It's just disgusting. It really is. Anyway, still thank y'all for sending me here. We got to keep fighting. We quit, and we lose the whole deal. Remember Reagan said we're 1 generation away from losing our country. Folks, we're 1 vote series away from losing our country. We got to wake up. God's given us an incredible gift, and we're just blowing it. It won't be around for everybody says for their grandkids. Dadgum, it might not be around for your kids. It might not make it to the end of the year. Let's take our country back, folks. Thank y'all for seeing me here.
He's a good guy. I really like him. Hear this? David Wolf put this out. Japanese biologist wins the Nobel Prize for discovering how the body eats its own damaged cells when it doesn't receive food. Fasting is very good for you. It will cure you of a lot of things. So just don't eat. You got to eat eventually, I think. Yeah. You don't want to take it too far, but isn't that awesome? The body is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing. It does miracles. This is what MAGA Patriot accounts are posting today. Free Tina Peters. Mike Engelman. Free Tina Peters. Yes, she needs to be freed. Janine Pirro. What does she have to say?
From August the 7th to November the 17th. And the number of arrests are 6,362. The number of guns seized are 610 guns. Now, you've got to put that in perspective. And I'm going to do that by comparing the numbers from what it was in 2023. The violent crimes were 60% higher in 2023 than they are right now as a result of the surge. Carjackings in 2023 were 80% higher. Homicides were 72% higher, and violent gun crimes were 75% higher. And you can see that the numbers go down a little bit in 24, but not really that much. But the difference, even between 90 days before the surge and the surge, is dramatic. It shows the difference that it makes when law enforcement works together, when the focus is making sure that criminals are apprehended, when the deterrent effect of law enforcement being on the street is ever present, then we're able to really protect the people who live in the district.
I'm seeing if I can find a better, well, anyway, I don't know what's better. Isn't that interesting? Yep. Now, and here is from the thumbnail for tonight. This is where that came from. And look at this.
It zooms on the North Pole. I don't know if it's auto tracking something, and then these come into sight. Don't know what they are, and then it zooms in really close on one. Or no, my picture was, oh yeah, there it is.
So isn't that interesting?
What the heck was that? This is a live NASA feed, and then it's been taking a picture of the ionosphere, then it zooms on the North Pole.
There's something fake about it looking to me.
Tracking something, and then these come in
From UFO bot. He sometimes posts
they are, and then it zooms
questionable
in really
things. So I don't know if that's real or not. You don't know. Oh, I love this song. Remember this song from Aha? Let's check this out. That's great. That's great. What's this? Julie Donuts. I've just issued subpoenas to JP Morgan and Deutsche Bank for Jeffrey Epstein's financial records. That's going to show a lot of interesting things. Look at this dress that Melania is wearing. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that cool? Very cool. Here is breaking. Toyota CEO shocks the world by stepping out in NASCAR with his MAGA hat. We are so freaking back. Yes, we are. Yeah, thumbs up, baby. That's right. I think we already read that one before. Oh, before calculators, people used an abacus. An abacus. An abacus. Isn't that interesting? Two great bands, totally different types of music, but great music from both of those bands, I'd say. The only healthcare I will support from Donald Trump or approve is sending the money directly back to the people, all in caps, by the way, with nothing going to the big, fat, rich insurance companies who have made trillions and ripped off America long enough. The people will be allowed to negotiate and buy their own, much better insurance. Power to the people. Congress, do not waste your time and energy on anything else. This is the only way to have great health care in America. Get it done now, President DJT. That's an order. And this is really sad. Scott Adams, he's a cartoonist, and he's very sick. He took the jab. Let's listen to this. I think he talks in this, doesn't he? No? But so he's getting the best help, and Trump administration is helping out. And anyone else still find it crazy that Thomas Crooks just happened to be in a BlackRock commercial? There he is, Thomas Crooks, the guy who tried to kill Trump, shot his ear. I already saw that. Here's Captain Kirk. Of course, William Shatner in Riverside, Iowa, future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk, March 22nd, day after my birthday, 2228. That's going to be, we'll be pretty old by the time that comes up. We'd be very, very old. And he might still be around. You know, you never know. You never know. You just never know. And of course, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia announced that they're increasing their 600 million investment to 1 trillion, 600 billion to 1 trillion. Yes, so that's very cool. And the Akari Institute will be showing to the public a new tridactyl specimen later this month on their new documentary. Medical scans were funded by Whitley Strieber. Interesting, huh? Yeah, these three-fingered, three-toed beings, humanoid looking, are very interesting. Kimberly put this out. Trump naming Epstein names sitting right next to the man that had all those elites arrested in his own country. Yeah, MBS. What happened in Saudi Arabia will happen here, Asia and EU. Keep digging and keep organizing the info into graphics. Critical. God bless. Hillary in Saudi Arabia. Snow White. Godfather 3. Q. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Filed a censure. It failed. And there's our other show. And that means we go back to here to talk to our folks in the chat. And I think we're going to wrap this one up and get you on your way to whatever else you're doing. I want to thank everyone for coming on by. You guys rock because you are the Truth Questers. Let me give my little thank you all so very much. Thank you all so very much. Over on Rumble, and it will show up here. Oh, and Skylark says, especially DNA tests, not an alien, but also not a human. So what is it? Right? Well, I think a lot of things have lived on this planet that aren't here anymore, or maybe they all went underground. Kathy says, good night, everyone. Then I said, thank you all so very much, because you're the Truth Questers. Remember, we do this 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right around 9 p.m. Central. because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and tell us all about it. So we love to hear your stories. We live for that, don't we? Yes, we do. And Skylark says, thank you, Aaron. You're welcome, buddy. Good night, fellow Truth Questers, Skylark says. And then Cap 78 Pack Peggy Dancer says, great show, Aaron and chat family. God bless you all. Have a great night and better tomorrow. Peace in. Thank you. Thank you, Peggy. All righty, Aphrodite. Well, thanks again for coming on by. Oh, Chroniviewer is saying, peace in. All right. It's the new saying, peace in. And that's what we're going to say right now. We'll see you on Friday, right around 9 p.m. Central, because we're just on Reigns of Strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. Yes, it is. We'll see you on Friday. Until then, peace in. World peace, baby. That's what we're going for. We're rocking it. Peace in.